In this demo, I will show you how to load validation and upgrading statements into a group that can be applied to a data file. Csvpaths runs validation statements in groups. Groups of CSV path statements are called named paths groups or simply groups. The value of groups is that they make development and troubleshooting easier. Breaking your validations into small, simple statements makes each individual statement much easier to test, document, and reuse. A named paths group must be loaded before it can be run against a registered file. Let's go ahead and show how to do that. First, I'll make a new project by selecting Create New Project in the drop-down at the top of the project files tree on the left-hand side. I'll call this project Groups. Next, I need a set of CSV path statements. We'll create 3 statements in 2 files and combine them into one group. To begin to do that, I right-click in the project and select New File. I'll call my file statements.csvpath. I click on my new file to open it, and I see that it contains a stub statement that just prints Hello World. Let's add a second CSV path statement. I'll right-click in the file and select Append a CSV path. A new stub is appended to the same file. You can see that a marker sits between each CSV path in the file. My new stub doesn't print anything. I'll add a print statement to make it easier to recognize. My printout says Hello Sun. I'll hit Ctrl+S to save the file. Now let's make a second CSV path statements file. Again, I right-click. This time I'll call the file Another CSV Path. It is also created with a stub statement, Hello World. I'll quickly change that statement to Hello Moon to make it more distinct. Now we have 3 statements in 2 files. Let's load them into a group. To begin, I right-click CSV Path in the project files tree and selecting Load CSV Paths. The Load dialog opens. I give the new named paths group the name Group 1. I click Create, and the new group appears on the right-hand side in the middle window. This is the groups area that shows me all the named paths groups in this project. Let's have a look inside the new group. I click Group 1 to open the folder. Inside I find 4 files. The README MD file is simply a markdown document where I can say what this group is for. Definition JSON is a configuration file. At the moment, we don't have a special configuration, so the definition is mostly empty. Group CSV paths is the set of CSV paths all packed in one file. This group CSV paths file can have as many CSV path statements as you like. Currently, ours has 2. And finally, Manifest.json holds the history and metadata of this named paths group as it changes over time. Finally, we're going to add the 3rd CSV path statement to our group. That statement is in the Another CSV Path file. I right-click on that file and select Load CSV Paths. In the Load dialog, I enter the same name, Group 1, in the name field. The buttons at the bottom of the dialog change. The Append button becomes clickable, and the rightmost button now says Overwrite, rather than Create. We want to add the 3rd statement into the existing group, so I'll click Append. A prompt opens asking if I'm sure I want to make the change. I click Continue. Next, I'll expand the group and see what's in its Group CSV Paths file. The file now has 3 statements, as we expected, and the statements are in the order we added them: Hello World, followed by Hello Sun, and Hello Moon. And that's it. We've created a named paths group with 3 CSV path statements. After we loaded the first 2 from one file, we appended a 3rd so that the group has 3 statements. This shows how you can build up sets of CSV path validation statements in a group that you can apply in one go. And because your rules remain simple individually, they are easier to create and test. That is the power of groups.